Good morning, peoples out there in YouTube world and the rest of the world. So this is a kind of a different video. I've been watching lately how carjacking has like become the new fad to the country, the criminal element. You know, pulling people out of cars and cars that don't even have that much value. You know what I mean? So we're seeing a spike in that kind of crime. So I kind of wanted to go over some stuff that I've been working on over a period of years for vehicle self-defense. Okay. One, I am usually never without my Italian stallion. So that being said, I feel and am a lot safer than most drivers are, and I also live in a state where I could have it right here. So that makes me feel a lot better. I'm also in a state where I could shoot somebody if they tried to pull me out of my vehicle. So anyway, so step one, I've always said, no matter where you are, you should always have this thing on, okay? Why? Because now if I'm sitting in traffic, somebody comes and opens up this door and tries to pull me out of this vehicle, what's going to happen? You're restrained. It's a restraint system. So that's when you gun it. If there's a vehicle in front of you, who gives a fuck? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? You gun that shit, dude. And you're going to cause a big old fucking scene, a big old wreck, and the fucking thug is going to run away. Most likely. Well, your car's wrecked now, so it's useless to him. So, you know, that's an option. Again, the seatbelt's crucial for not getting pulled out of your vehicle. Now, granted, they may have a knife and be able to slice it, but at the same time, even if they slice it up here, it still has to go through down here. You're still connected here. Lap belt. So they would actually have to slice it over here, like where your guts are. And if they slice where your guts are, they're probably going to get your guts. So you're kind of fucked on that situation. I mean, there's things you could do. One of the things that I will always encourage people to do is not use this thing when you're in traffic. And for God's sake, quit texting and driving. Quit fucking being on your phone and driving. It's the difference between fucking scrolling around and looking for different tunes to listen to when you're cruising. And is even a difference between a video when you're cruising like this, you know what I'm saying, than fucking answering your friend's text like this. I see it all the time. Fucking hang the fuckers up, man. All right? Pay attention. All right? Because they're paying attention. So when you're in traffic, you should be looking in your mirrors, guys. You should be checking your mirrors. You should be aware of it. It's called situational awareness. You should be aware of what's in your mirrors. You should be aware of who's coming up behind you. Look in your fucking rearview mirror and your side mirrors all the time in traffic. Okay? Pay attention to your sectors, all right? Always pay attention. If you're paying attention, you'll be less likely to be a victim. That being said, if you do see something like that approaching you, okay, and you happen to look in the mirror and you see some guys coming up right here, there are some things that you can do. One, gun it. Again, don't try not to slam into a vehicle in front of you. And if there's no one there, gun the fucking shit. Fuck the light. Gun it, take a turn. You know what I'm saying? Or gun it straight. Whatever you feel is most comfortable or whatever is most objective. I would gun it and take a turn. That way I put as much of the vehicle between me and him, if he's armed, as possible. So if he decides to start shooting out of rage, you've got that whole entire part of the vehicle protected, between you and yourself and the shooter. If you take a left turn, you're exposing your whole side to the shooter, and he could shoot at you as you cross. If you go straight, that's a good option as well, because now he just has the back. So, if you get down low, there's a good chance he'll miss. So those are some of the things. When you're in traffic, be aware. Always be aware what's around you, and chances are you won't become a victim. Two, if you're sitting in traffic, don't be on your phone and have your seatbelt on. All right, you should be wearing this thing anyway. I mean, that's a fucking ticket, and who wants to deal with the cops? And also, it does save lives. That being said, there are some things that you can do if one gained access to the back seat of your vehicle. Okay. If someone jumps in the back of your vehicle and puts a gun to your head, remember who's still basically in control. All right. So here's what here's what I would do personally. Man, I would gun that fucker. And I'd be like, we're both gonna die, motherfucker. And he's gonna flip out. He's gonna be in the back seat. You're gonna be up front. All right. So here's what you simply do, bro. You fucking jerk it to the left because you ain't got no seatbelt on. You jerk it to the left, and you do. Jerk it to the left, fucking hit your brakes. He's gonna fly this way, and then he's gonna fly forward. That's when you could take your arm, apply an elbow, okay? Or if you have another weapon up front, you can apply that and use that. You might, because he's gonna fly this way and then come this way. So chances are he's gonna be in a ball over here in the back seat, or he's gonna be half in front. You have to use the expectation. If he's in a ball in the back seat, his nuts are gonna be right there. Grab those motherfuckers and twist. And start punching, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna fucking feel that shit. And at that point in time, you should already be unbuckling your seatbelt and climbing over to finish the attack. Okay? That's if someone gets behind you. Now, if you happen to be on the highway or something and you can actually get to a highway, do fucking 80. Weave in and out of traffic, bro. Fucking come up on people's fucking bumpers, dude. Fucking blast your horn, dude. Fucking cut people off, because you guarantee you someone's gonna call the cops. And just keep driving like that. And if you wreck, who gives a fuck? He ain't got his seatbelt on, really. I mean, you could even take the obvious choice of just rolling and flipping your vehicle and taking chances with that. He's gonna go flying through the vehicle, out of the vehicle. Chances are you're gonna stay in. I have my dog, so I would try to avoid that one because I don't want her flying out the vehicle as well. But if you drive like that in traffic, you're gonna end up with a cop behind you in no time. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going. Just keep going. He's got a gun to your head. What is he gonna do? Shoot you while you're fucking driving? He's gonna fucking get into the same wreck. By now he's flipped out. You have turned the tables. Now you are in control. You are driving the vehicle to where you want to go, and you're putting the situation in your favor. Okay? It doesn't matter if he's got a gun. You know, and if he shoots you, there's nothing you can fucking do about it anyway. All right? You might as well go out with taking him with you, which is the whole goal, to make him think that you're both going to die. And by then you'll have the cops get behind you, and then you'll be like, dude, look, we got fucking 10 cops behind us, and keep driving like that because you want to piss the cops off. And be like, bro, I'd throw that gun out the window if I were you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him that option, and if he does, cool. Pull over and fucking obey what the cops tell you. Be like, just start yelling, I've been carjacked. I've been carjacked. He's in the back seat. I've been carjacked. He's in the back seat. I've been carjacked. He's in the back seat. You know? Don't say he's armed, because then they'll fucking start shooting. You know how cops are, and you'll end up getting fucking holes in your body. All right. A couple vehicular moves that I have been working on perfecting over the years are a couple of these here. Let me make sure that my piece is safe. Shit, where did that round go? Shit. Where did that round go? Huh? Well, damn, I need to clean my truck out or something. That round just vanished over here. It's probably down in the hole in between my seat, or in between the seats and shit. Anyway, I'll retrieve it later. As you can see, I had a round in there. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and leave the magazine out of this thing, just because, you know, we know. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the safety on just cause. All right, so now let's just say that you are in traffic, okay? Sitting there, honk, honk, honk. Remember, situational awareness, da-da. You look back and you see a guy creeping along your vehicle, okay? You have two choices at this point. One, you could disengage the situation, especially if you have a vehicle, but we're in traffic. So remember, if you just try to disengage by driving, you're gonna slam into somebody. And that may or may not stop him from trying to take your vehicle still. Some of these people are fucking idiots. All right, so if I look back here and I see a guy coming, all right? This is what I'm doing. You see that? Boom, right on target. As soon as I see a head, pop it. Okay? And that's all you have to do. Just like that. I keep my weapon right here. So you're driving along, you're like, da da da. Oh shit. There it is. You're protected. All right. Now let's say it's over here. This is why I like being an ambidextrous shooter. However, with it being on the right side, you know, it's going to inhibit your left hand. You're not going to want to reach over and try to cross. This is stupid, okay? So there's another position you're going to have to do, and that's going to be a slight body turn to the side, you know, as I would prefer. So if I'm sitting here and I look over here and I don't see somebody, or if I look over here and I see somebody, I could bring it up. I could bring it in like this, using my seatbelt to brace me. You see how I'm doing that? Not really, huh? But I've got a clear shot of the whole window. I can see what's going on. I can see him. So all I have to do is look in the mirror and wait for I see that head. Pop the head. Those are some of the, you know, techniques that I would suggest that you use. Another one is if someone does happen to stick the gun in, I don't have anybody else to demonstrate this technique that I've often thought, does stick the gun in like this, okay? First thing you're gonna do, I mean, your arms are already in position, whether they're up here, whether it's right here, whether it's right here, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing that I would do is I'd bring my arm back like this. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna push the weapon out of the way of my dome piece. I'm gonna slightly lean forward like this. As I slightly lean forward, my piece is out. Pop, pop, pop. Meanwhile, his firearm is braced, shooting back. All right, so let's see that again. Someone comes in, do-do-do-do-do. Boom, boom. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Someone does that again. See how? I was trying to do it in steps and I fucked myself up. But so someone does that, push, lean forward, draw, pat, pat, pat. I like to use the old Mozambique pattern, which is 1, 2 to the chest and then 1 to the head if I can. Other than that, it's a double tap, but I like to fire 3 rounds. Helps me keep track of my magazine easier. I know after I fire 3 rounds, 3 times, I have 1 bullet left. And at that point in time, I can choose to, you know, drop my mag, reload, and not have to worry about cycling around. And then I got 11 in there. And then I can go 3, 6, 9. And then after I hit that 9th, I know that I still have 2 more in there. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a weird cycling of the thing. But did you see how I did that? So, like, you're driving along, someone, you know, you're sitting there, someone puts a gun to your head, all right? Boom. There it is. All right, now these are things that, like, anybody could practice. You don't need to be some sort of tactical rifle or tactical pistol expert to get these ideas, to get these. You just have to simply practice them, make them muscle memory, you know? You know, or if, like, someone comes up, you know, you bring it up, you're like this. Someone comes up over there, remember, a seatbelt trick. All right? Don't try to freaking do this because you're not going to have good, stable aim. Pull it up, catch that seatbelt on your neck, lean back like this. Boom, you've got them. So anyway, I hope those help in this trying, scary days of people trying to pull you out of your vehicle. I would suggest that every single one of you out there, I'm going to look for that round. I suggest that every single one of you out there get yourself a firearm and learn how to use it. And even if you're not supposed to have a firearm, I still suggest you get a firearm and learn how to use it, because thugs don't obviously care about the law. And yeah, where did that thing go? I had that dropped in here. Anyway, I'll find it. So see, now I know I have 9 in there. But you know what? That's gonna fuck me up. So I'm gonna have to get another round in there. It's gonna mess me up. I don't have no idea what that motherfucker ejected itself off to. I heard it hit the stuff down here. You know, I heard it hit my little box of BS. I mean, not BS. It's like my change and some random rocks and stuff. But man, I don't see it. You can't miss a big giant 40 caliber fucking round. I mean, I guess it's not that big compared to some rifle rounds, but for a handgun, that's still a pretty fucking big round. Anyway, I guess that's that. So I hope that helps you guys. And remember, you can practice even with your finger. You can practice with the comb, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? Practice those movements. Practice those movements to make it freaking muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Practice those. Those 3 may save your life, you know? And also recall, too, that when you do some of these, if you take your foot off the gas, don't push or brake, don't push the gas, but drift forward. You're also going to drag that person, and his initial instinct is going to try to brace against that. So you've got his weapon here, you know what I'm saying? You've got him coming up here. Like, in certain situations, you know, like, I would, after I've shot, or perhaps, you don't want them to be aware that you're aware, but situational awareness is what's going to save your life. So remember, folks, thugs watch you. They're looking at you, man. They're watching you sit at that intersection in your Tesla, your Audi, or your Beamer. Probably not going to fuck with this thing, all right? You never know. I mean, they robbed that chick of her little 4-door Nissan thingy, you know, the one who they dragged, those 3 individuals who we all know the demographics are responsible for most of the crime. Anyway, we're not talking about that today. And, I mean, I hate to sound like it because not everybody fits under this category. But if you see someone looking like a thug walking down the street, chances are they are a thug. And you should treat them accordingly. Not like make contact with them, but if you're sitting there at a stoplight in some city and you look in your side mirror and you see some dude walking down the street with his pants down to his ankles holding his crotch and he's fucking doing the Crip walk, well, assume that he's probably a Crip. Even if he's a wannabe, you better assume he is. And watch that motherfucker. I don't care what this is. This could be white. All right, white wannabe gangsters are fucking even more scary than fucking black legit gangsters. At least the black legit gangsters ain't got shit to try to prove. You know, the fucking little white guys, the wiggers, excuse my French, I know I said it. The white thug-y type people, maybe that word is now banned, I don't know. Those are the ones that are trying to prove themselves to the real thugs. So, you know, I mean, I'll watch everybody who looks like that. I mean, I don't care if you're purple. If you fit the profile of a thug and you're near me, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to be aware of you and I'm going to watch what you do. I will not be a victim. Don't yourselves be a victim either. Anyway, you know, the more you know. And knowing's half the battle. Remember, G.I. Joe? So be prepared, man. Always be prepared, dude. The way this shit's going now, is it's just going to get worse, guys. All right, there's no recovering our nation after this. Like, it's going to take 30 years to fucking build back up to where we were if we focus on that alone. So it's just going to get worse, people. So be aware of your surroundings at all times. Be aware of what you're doing. Be aware of who you're with. Be aware of what's around you. And you should be all right. And, you know, there's no reason to be in an inner city at fucking 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. All right, during the day when you're driving through, it's one thing, but don't go into the inner city, especially if you are white, no offense, after dark. There's no reason to be there, you know, unless you're buying crack, and then fuck you, whatever, dude, have fun. But no sane person should be driving through, you know, the ghetto after dark anyway, especially in a nice fucking car. You're just begging to be carjacked. So anyways, I hope those tips help. Practice them, use them. Don't hesitate if you do use them. And remember, like, no confrontation is better than a confrontation, but if you must defend yourself, defending yourself in a vehicle is relatively easy to people that don't know that you know how to defend yourself in a vehicle. So practice what I showed you and go from there. Again, if you see those videos of people in the back seat with the gun to the back of your head, fuck that, bro. Whoa, gun that shit, because they're not gonna expect that, okay? And if you're gunning it, you're driving 80 miles an hour. Are they really gonna shoot you in the head? And if they do, oh well. At least you know that you're gonna go, you're gonna fucking get stiff. You're gonna floor that shit and probably turn, and he's gonna die with you. So your troubles are over. But at least you took him with you. But yeah, so use your fucking head, use your judgment. Don't be a victim. Don't give up. Don't assume that that person isn't going to kill you. If they're willing to put a gun to your head and take your fucking vehicle out from underneath you, then they probably are willing to shoot you too. So assume that. If they're dressed like a thug, they act like a thug, assume that they're thugs, and thugs are dangerous. Watch yourself if you see thugs. End of video. Love you guys out there. Stay safe. Don't be a fucking victim. Watch out for the fucking idiots, like I always say. All right, guys. Adios.